What's up? What's happening?
Yes, sir.
You know what it is. It's your boy Matt P.
And your boy Jeremy Chase.
And this is Parking Lot Parables.
Episode number 36.
Ooh, boy. We right here with y'all, man.
Yeah,
we
man.
right here with y'all, man.
We gotta stay consistent, man. No matter what's going on, we staying consistent.
I say it's a lot easier now than it was a few months ago.
Bruh.
Like it was something about them 20s, man. It was getting a little it was just like I was like, it was just seemed to be hard to keep it going, but I feel like I feel like once we hit 50, boy.
Oh yeah, it's routine, man.
Yeah. But we got some things to talk about tonight, you know.
Yeah.
We gonna bruh, I'll let you
So I think we've all dealt with relationships. And sometimes in and I'm gonna bring up what brought up this whole situation. Now I had to turn in my black card for a little bit. I've never seen a thin line between love and hate. So I sat down and watched it. And I was like, this lady is crazy.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
She was hurt, man.
Yeah. And so that's what we're going to talk about. What causes men or women to become crazy in relationships? Like,
all right. So I know for all of you that have seen the movie, yeah, some of y'all be like, well, he did this, that, and the third. All right. And we going to get into that, you know, because I've seen that in real life, you know, men, you know, they see a woman and, you know, she's like, she's game to them. She's the next game, you know, she's the next hunt. And as soon as he get it, he good.
Yeah, pretty much. He's fulfilled with his mission.
Yeah, he's fulfilled his mission and he ready to move on. Or maybe just like in the movie, he was really feeling somebody else the whole time. Yeah. But, you know, you was just that fair game. You was just fair game for now, you know, until the one he really wanted came along. Yeah. And we're going to talk about all that.
Oh, yeah, man. And, you know, we all have seen some crazy relationships formed, on whether it was our own or somebody else's, man. It's, like, even just, a couple of weeks ago, this woman blew up her man car with some gasoline. I was like, what in the waiting to heck hell are you doing? like it's something we really do have to deal with, though. I know I've even talked with, you know, some of my women friends, and, you know, they told me some of their stuff that they did that was, you know, I was like, okay, stay away from you. But, you know, all of them pretty much said that it stemmed from being hurt that one time.
Or more than one. Some don't go crazy right off the bat.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, some don't go crazy. What I have noticed, and, you know, I'm just be honest, men, it only takes one time for them. One time for them to be hurt, and all of a sudden it's, my heart's cold. I'm just hitting, quitting everybody.
But here's the thing. I don't think that men go crazy because of relationships. I think they stem from, like, their environment as a whole. Cause, like, I know a bunch of guys, they just be brushing stuff off. But, you know, and, like, we've all been, like, you know, dumped or had that hurt. Right. But well, I get what you're saying. Cause, like,
when I say crazy, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't referring to guys, like, going off the deep end, like like I don't know what's something you done heard of crazy. What's something crazy you done heard a guy do?
I mean, just really domestic violence.
Yeah, okay. So I ain't talking about that type of crazy. I'm just talking about like cheating type. You know,
okay, gotcha,
they get hurt. They get cheated on one time, and then all of a sudden they just cheating on everybody now.
Yeah.
Like they can't stay
Like they don't spare
committed.
no feelings.
Yeah, like they can't seem to stay committed, because they got hurt one time.
Mm-hmm.
Versus
Gotcha.
women, and this ain't always the case. Some guys take the L's like a man.
Yeah.
They give them times to process it, and they move on, understanding that the next girl may not be like that.
Exactly.
I mean, but a lot of times from what I've seen, it only took one time for a guy to get cheated on, and now he's just cheating on everybody now.
Yeah.
Whereas women, and this, like I said, this ain't always the case for women, but women seem to take the L's in a better stride.
Yeah, I think they have to have a pattern, and then it sort of boils up to, just popping off.
Yeah, but then now these days, these women are trying to be savages, and they trying to be like, I'm like, look, don't be like us.
Okay.
These guys out here are trash. Don't be trash. Like, I mean, what's the use of everybody being trash?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, do better. Like,
yeah,
you gotta ask yourself, what is it that I'm still falling for the same type of person?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not trying to blame. I'm not victim blaming or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, because we're not talking about someone, God forbid, getting raped or anything like that. We're talking about you falling for the same type of trash personality. They seemed alright at first, but then a couple of weeks in, you just like everybody. Like, very few. It's very far and few in between where you just find somebody that just completely hides who they are.
Yeah.
Like, there's always something.
Yeah. I mean, the signs are usually clear, but we be so in love and so, we don't pay attention to those signs. So when they do do something out the ordinary, we surprise.
Right.
And shoot, like I remember I wasn't dating this girl, but I was at a middle school game, middle school or high school, one of the two. And I was just real cool with this chick, and I caught one of the shirts. She tried to take it from me. She's like, "You can't wear that anyway." I'm like, I can give it to my sister. I'm like, I can give it to my sister or something. And this chick pulled out a knife, bruh, right? I don't know how she got it
in front of folks.
Yes, and everybody acting like it's just her normal thing. Like, she pulled out a knife. I'm like, what you gonna do with that? I'm still taking this shirt. Like, bruh, she was literally finna cut me over some doggone shirt they threw in the crowd. I was like, you on some other ish. Like that's the type of crazy. I be like, what goes through your head to make you want to do something like that?
Sometimes with some of these people, man, like, we've said it before in previous episodes, some of it starts at home, man.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes, like, they've experienced the same type of person growing up, and so that's what they find them. This is what they think love is.
Yeah.
Mom constantly being with different dudes, getting cheated on, getting a heart broken, and now they think they want to follow that same pattern because they think that's what love is.
Yeah.
Like,
man,
and that's not what love is. Love doesn't purposefully hurt you.
Yeah. Like, man, shoot, there's been some crazy, and you know what? It's all in our media, like all dysfunction all together, man. Like, that's all we see within like black movies and black, culture. Like, there's hardly any, two-parented homes that were, like in a successful way, except, some sitcoms had it, but it was like, on the good shows were, they fighting. Well, now we're in the reality area.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in the reality area. That mess really took over almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
With what was it called? Mad Real World.
Yeah, Real World on
That's
Mad TV.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Yeah.
And like, and then after that, what was next? Love and Hip. No, what was it? With that goofy rapper, man.
Flavor of Love.
Yeah, Flavor of Love.
Yeah,
you remember
man.
that? That was like back in my like high school.
Yeah. Bro, you remember Hell Date?
No, I don't remember.
You don't
that.
remember Hell Date? Cause it's sort of like a dating show, but it's really a prank show where they purposely treat they date like trash. And then that little short dude in the devil costume will come up, say, "You on Hell Date?" With a little pitchfork. I'm like, man.
No, I don't remember that, bro.
Bruh, look it up. If y'all get a chance, look up Hell Date. That junk knew it was funny. But yeah, man, like our culture has presented an image that, crazy is the way to go. And like I said, I know some women that, the hurt that they've been through, it sort of made them that way. When people repetitively hurt you or do something wrong towards you. And, these were shy, timid girls at first. But, after that one time, it started to boil over.
And this is how like, for anybody wondering if you still hurt, this is how you know if you still hurt. If at the slightest, like, any little trigger, like, just kind of sets you off, and here you go, you find yourself, like, overreacting about stuff because, like, it's like your mind took you back to them previous relationships.
Yeah.
Like, it won't take much. It might just be like,
you talking to a friend.
It could be like he don't text you back soon enough, quick enough. Oh, well, you remember your last relationship, he ain't text you back because he was with that other girl. So he must be with another girl too. Your mind starts taking you in those dark places. That lets you know you are not ready to be back out there.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta heal within yourself. And one thing we have to stop doing is like jumping from one relationship to the next.
Oh yeah, that rebounding stuff is dead. I ain't gonna lie, I done rebounded once or twice. You rebounding, bro?
Nah, I haven't.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
But we need to have that time to heal, to reflect, to grow, and to assess what happened. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself doing some crazy stuff yourself.
Yeah, and really you'll just be repeating. It'll be a vicious cycle. You'll find yourself in the same exact situation as the last relationship.
Yeah, and you have to know your worth. Like, you really have to, let your standards be your standards. Don't be compromising for, well, he got all this. Like, you may have a house, a car, all that. But at the same time, you can't, jeopardize your own credibility or, your character for someone. Like, you gotta, let them know straight. Like, I ain't for all that. But, it's crazy on both sides. Like,
it is. Truly. So let's talk in context of that movie. Like, have you ever known somebody to take it anywhere near as far as old girl did in that movie?
Nah, I know a couple that, they've keyed cars.
Yeah, I've known people to do that.
Done cut some people.
Yep. I knew a dude, his girl held scissors to his own thing while he was on the toilet. She caught him slipping while he was in the restroom.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
she waited till he was on the restroom. Hey, what Tony Baker say? Prime real estate, man. She caught him slipping big time, man. She was waiting. Like, he had been playing around. She waited till she caught him in that restroom where he couldn't just get up and go.
Oh no!
Just came in there.
She had him like Cat Williams in Friday After Next.
Basically,
man,
had him by his jump with the knife right there.
Oh no! See,
but like, don't you play with me, man? Yeah,
shoot, man.
Yeah, and see, Okay, so guys, I'm just talking to the guys for a second. We got I mean, I know we usually don't have a lot of guys watching. Hopefully we have some guys watching. Man, we got to do better.
Yeah.
And like, if you are doing better, kudos to you. That's great. Tell your friends to do better.
I'm telling you.
Because every guy knows another guy that's out here being trash.
Wow.
Like, I know guys that's out here wilding. I mean, you know, I just like, the first thing you got to do is you got to separate yourself from them.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, if you're a guy out here trying to do right, if you out here hanging around with guys who's not out here like trying to do right, and by some doing right, I mean, if you're trying to, you know, be a one woman man,
exactly,
and you're hanging around with a bunch of guys that are not out here trying to be a one woman man, they trying to have a whole relationship and whole other relationships on the side. If you're hanging out with those type of guys and people know that they're those type of guys, they're gonna assume you're that type of guy as well.
Yep, they're gonna get you by association.
Yeah, you're gonna be guilty by association. Yeah. And now your character is gonna be in question in your relationship. People gonna be coming to your girl spreading rumors and stuff.
Okay.
And all because you was hanging out with them guys. So you have to separate. First thing you gotta do is you gotta separate yourself from them type of people.
That's it, man.
Next thing you do, like, and even though you separate yourself from them, that don't mean you stop talking to them. Like, you just like, you can't hang out with them like that, especially like when they be going out at night. Like, because that definitely ain't the move. Because one thing about guys that cheat is, like, a lot of times they love to see their friends that don't cheat.
Yeah.
Misery loves company.
Yeah.
They want to see you do some dirt too.
Pretty much.
So at the worst case scenario is because they'll have some dirt on you just in case. Yeah. Now you have to be quiet.
Okay.
Because they got dirt on you now. Like, I done seen all those scenarios play out, man. So you have to separate yourself from them type of people.
That's right, man.
We got to do better, man. Fellas got to do better, because we are out here just. What? We literally driving women to other women.
Yeah, man. Like, it's that bad, you know. And like, dudes, do better. Like, you know. And if say that you are, you know, hanging out with someone and they like, oh man, let me tell you, I've stepped out on my girl. You gotta stop it right there. But like, bro, that ain't cool.
Yeah, I'm like,
that ain't funny.
Yeah, I'm like, what you wanna? You want a cookie?
And don't lie for these jokers. Don't be lying.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, anybody I've hung out with, they be out here wilding. They know not to tell me.
Okay.
But I'ma sure enough be like,
like, nah, he was lying.
No, was he with you?
Nope.
He sure wasn't. He wasn't with me. No. All right, and with this whole bro code, man, that junk got to go too, bro. That junk dead, bro.
Oh yeah, man, shoot.
That line, you know, so they don't get in trouble, man. That junk dead.
Okay, if you do the crime, do the time.
I'm like, if you gonna cheat on them, be man enough to tell them.
Okay.
I'm like, that's the way I see it.
Exactly, man. Shoot.
I'm like, don't get mad. I'm like, don't. They just know not to tell me, boy. Cause I'm a show enough busting them out. You better not tell her you was with me.
Okay.
Cause if she asks, I'm like, no. Nope. Wasn't with me.
That's all.
That's the type of brother I am.
Okay.
So y'all know. Don't be lying out here telling you was with Matt, because Matt's gonna bust you out.
Okay.
Facts.
Shoot. Straight up. Like, man, it's time out for all that. But you know, we gotta keep it 100.
Yeah. And it's like I was saying in the I don't remember what episode. I think it was the Why Do Men Cheat episode we was talking about. And you know, you remember I was saying that in the talking stage, you know, I feel like you should be able to say, yeah, I mean, I'm talking to other women too. Like, because like we've only known each other a couple of weeks. Like, I feel like a week or two isn't enough. I ain't about to be exclusive with you off for a week or two.
Yeah.
Like, now we've been talking solid for a month, and now I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, it's just like you gotta have those conversations. You gotta have the conversations and be real.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's the problem, man. Fellas, we be out here, it be too much lying going on out here, man. We're always lying. Like, just go ahead and tell her, man. Like, if you, I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, you'd probably be surprised how many women will probably be down. Because he told her, man, like, not every woman is out here looking for a monogamous relationship.
Which is crazy in both sense.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but, I mean, shoot, I seen a post on, this dude said, me and my homeboy are dating the same girl. They was like, she kissed them both. Like she was in the middle. One homeboy was on one side, the other homeboy was on the other side. She kissed one and then she kissed the other.
No, nope.
I was like, so do y'all kiss each other too?
Okay, I'm telling you, like, I don't know.
Like, man,
no lips that's been on
like,
another man.
I'm like, people are, I don't know, man. People are, I mean, it's getting real strange out here, man.
Yeah,
it's getting real Sodom and Gomorrah-ish around here.
Shoot, this is the
like just sticking, like, I'm like,
yeah, man.
People like jokers just be out here like, I want to know you.
Okay.
No, you want to know me? I'll write it down for you, pimp.
Hit you with the Fleece Johnson. I want you, and I'm gonna have you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours.
Yeah, man. Like y'all, people are weird these days, man.
Yeah, you gotta watch your back, cause man, shoot.
So let me ask you this, bro. Have you ever experienced like being in a crazy relationship where the girl?
No.
Like, no.
Nah, I haven't. But I have, been in a relationship with a girl who told me some of her stories where she was acting crazy towards someone else. But, as far as me, nah. I get the regular attitudes, but
right.
Not straight crazy where they just out here wilding,
destroying property and all that type of stuff.
What about you, bro?
Kind of, sort of. I have kind of, sort of. So like, man, this was like I was like 18. She was like 17.
Yeah.
And man, she like, I don't know, like, it started off, the whole relationship started off weird, man, because like this guy that I was friends with at the time, I think I had already knew that he had messed with her previously. So I don't know where my head was, but I decided to like talk to her anyway.
Yeah.
And like, there was so many signs that I should have left this girl alone. Like I said, I was 18. What's the old saying? Young, dumb, and full of calm.
I ain't heard that one.
You ain't heard that one?
I ain't heard that one.
Oh, you ain't never heard that one? I think, well, shout out to my mama then, because that's where I got that from.
Man.
Yeah. So I was all three of those. I was all three of those.
Ooh, boy.
So, like, and she was my first. So, it all seemed to be going good, man. But, I go off to college, and like, I don't know. I guess her true colors or whatever. Well, I honestly, they was really came out before then. Looks like I said, I was overlooking it.
Yeah.
And so like I said, that whole thing just went spiraling down. Boy, this is when Jasmine Sullivan first came out. Bust your windows. So she got every woman out here feeling like, they ready to do physical damage out here.
Okay.
So, like, I guess I don't remember what I said. I said something on MySpace. That lets y'all know how long ago this was. I said something petty on MySpace, like indirect pettiness. So she caught wind of it, like posted a video of her burning my hat in the tub, set fire to it.
Man.
I was like, you like, you glad? Oh, okay, I'm glad too, Nick. Set my junk on fire.
God dog.
And then like, even threatened to throw fireworks at my mama's house.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I would have called the cops on that chick.
Like, yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, she was kind of there. She was there.
Man, that's the type of crazy I hope and pray I never have to meet, man. Like, good gosh, like. And you know what? There are some women out there who really, and men, who really don't know how to uncrazy. You know, they've been used to it for a long time, so it's hard for them to like, when they have a good dude or when they have, you know, a good relationship, it's hard to, one, to trust, and two, to, like, you know, be normal. You know, like like, you know, you have some women's like, you randomly send them some flowers, like, what did you do? Okay,
yeah.
like,
and be like, what'd you do, huh?
like, man, I'm like, I'm just trying to be nice, like, you know, man.
Like, yeah, like you done did something. Like, yeah, I mean, that's a bad way to be in. That's a bad mind state. Like, to be like, you're so hurt that, like, you're just not unable to get past whatever it is that's hurt you in the past.
Yeah.
So, like, and I think some people are just so hung up on not being alone that they are willing to just try their luck.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just try my luck, you know, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Hurt people hurt people.
Yep. Say it all the time, man. That's why you need to take that time. Like, really dive into who you are. Dive into who you want to be. And then, you know, take that relationship with God to another level. Like, man, that's one thing I've really been focusing on, man. Like, you know, just my relationship with Christ. Because that can undo a lot of damage that you caused to yourself. You know, when you build that relationship with Christ, it sort of undoes what you've, you know, allowed to hurt you, what you've allowed to settle as your characteristics, like all of that type of stuff. You know, that's really pretty much the only way that you can truly change and not go back to your old ways, man. So I encourage everyone, you know, give God a try.
Yeah.
Like, submit before him, man. Now's the time. Like, you know, if you really feel like you want to change, he's the one to go to really, you know, to change. So
yeah, you know, I've been seeing so many posts about people like arguing about religion, and if they ain't arguing about religion, they arguing about, I don't know, we this year has just been weird. I mean, because the arguing about religion thing has been going on forever, but I mean, now we got white people out here being victims now, trying to victims of black supremacy and all this shenanigans. And you know, it's just been a real weird year, man. Like, to concentrate more on the relationship than the religion aspect. Yeah. See, I feel like a lot of people get caught up in the religion and the traditions that they forget that it's really about the relationship. Yeah, that's the key. You know, and they put everything into a box. Like, like, if you don't do this, you ain't really saved. Yeah, I'm like, and it's not all about a check box. Like, it's not like a check box of things. All right, now you getting in. It doesn't quite work that way. I mean, like, really, the Bible says all you gotta do is believe. I'm like, and quite honestly, when you truly believe, it changes you. Yeah. Right? Like, that's what I feel like that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, like, you can say you believe, but when you really believe, you'll make the actions it causes changes within you, because when you really believe, you get to studying your word more, you get to talking God more. Yeah. And when you do these things, it's impossible not to change. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, when you put in your body something over and over, it becomes a part of you. So it's the same thing as when you're reading your word constantly, when you're praying constantly, when you're fasting, when you're giving, all of these things. When that gets into you, you become that. So when you really want to change and become more like Christ, you study him. Like, you know, even small stuff, like when you want to be a basketball player, you gotta study how basketball players do. Yeah. mean, and it's not easy. I mean, just think about this. It's always I find it easier to think of it this way. If having a relationship with Christ was so easy. I mean, think about the disciples. Peter was right there with him.
Yep.
And he was still out there cutting the food.
Yeah.
He was with him for a while. And he was still cutting food. Literally cut a food.
He wanted to.
Cut that man ear off. Like, so in the presence of Jesus. So I'm like, I feel like we really got to cut ourselves some slack when it comes to like trying to be perfect. I mean, because some people, and don't compare everybody's walk. Don't compare your walk to everybody else's.
Oh no, man.
Like that's like the worst thing you can do. And and don't think of it like a checkbox. Like, okay, I do this, I do that. All right, I'm good.
Some of them boxes you ain't never gonna check. Cause man, we all struggle with our own vices. And that's why I think sometimes God allows some of those vices to be in our life. Because if we can handle it by ourselves, we wouldn't go to him for nothing.
That's why Paul said, you know, I forget the scripture exactly, but he was like, his strength is made perfect in my weakness, or his power is made perfect in my weakness, or something like that. I forget exactly the scripture, but that's why he said that, because you know he was talking about, you know, when I want to do right, I do wrong. You know. And when I want and I don't want to do wrong, like like, and I mean it was like the realest thing ever. So even after Jesus came to Paul and in the road to Damascus, and he's doing all these things, he was still having his own issues.
He still had a thorn in his side.
So I mean, so it's always, but you know, people forget these things. So I mean, it's important to remember that. And I feel like it's really important for new believers to believe that, because I feel like that's why, you know, you start off for a little bit and you fall off to the wayside because you're like, this is too hard. You know, I mean, and it's not easy, but I mean, it's but it's not something you get overnight anyway.
No, man. And you know, you really just have to keep your fire lit. That's the main thing, because we can get burned out quickly. Like, you know,
check on your people.
Yeah, man, like really disciple, like, you know, hang out with people, get to know them, like learn their interests, learn, you know, and pull out that gift out of them, because you never know what talents or gifts they may have that can be used for the kingdom. Like, you know, just get to know them as a person, and then, you know, assess what they can do for the kingdom. I think a lot of times, especially in churches, man, we'll focus more on the gift before we focus on the person. And, you know, you can't be that way. Like, you know, shoot, because, you know, all the disciples had their own little jobs and talents.
I found the scripture. Okay. So 2 Corinthians 12:9. And he said unto me, and this is Jesus who's saying this, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. And then Paul says, most gladly therefore will I rather glory in my infirmities than the power of Christ may rest upon me. So like basically saying you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have in your walk, you're gonna have issues. And you know, I know we started talking about you know, stuff, the reasons people go crazy, and it's like, I mean, but this all ties into it, because people don't take the time to heal before they get into another relationship. Just like that girl didn't take the time to heal. She was still hurt. She was just hiding it behind all of the money and success that she had, you know, in her company, but she was hurt. She was so hurt.
Man.
And he was messy too. Like, you know what, to be quite honest, like, I know, you know, he went through everything he went through in that movie. But let's be honest though, in real life, even if somebody had went through that, you know, the other girl, she in jail or whatever, now he with the chick that he wanted to be with. Unless he done really changed on the inside, he might cheat on her too when you really think about it.
Pretty much. And you know what? And even if like the girl he ended up with was never in the picture, she would have did something to that man.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, she was gonna kill him.
Like I'm talking about if she was never even in the whole movie.
Oh, you talking about the crazy one?
No, I'm talking about the one he ended up with.
Right.
Yeah, if she was never in the picture at all, and they would have got together, him and the crazy one, like something would have.
Yeah, because he'd have cheated on her with somebody else.
And it's not even cheating. Something small could have set her off.
Well, yeah.
Like, man, that's why you really have to deal with these issues. And, you know, another key factor to look at when, you know, you don't know if you've over someone or, you know, over a situation is when you think about them or when someone else brings up their name and you get that that feeling, that feeling in your gut, like
you start making a face like,
okay, be wanting to start cussing and all this other stuff, like for real. You really have to seek that out, you know, like you have to declare, God created me a clean heart and renewing me a right spirit. Yeah. Like, bruh, I remember I prayed, just give me a whole new heart, cause I ain't right now.
Yeah.
Like you really have to assess where you are in your walk, like, cause sometimes we don't be 100 with ourselves,
and he'll test you too. You good now? You say you're good.
Okay,
all right, we'll see.
As soon as you think you good,
so and so come around.
You see him in public, like, oh mother. Like for real, like, you know. We've all gone through that, you know, people that have left your life or that did you dirty, and, you know, you had to forgive them. And it's like, you know, you see them in real life, you like,
like I'll bust your.
If you were 2 feet close, I'll ring yo. Like, you know.
But you got to be honest. See, this is the problem this is the problem that a lot of people in the world see with people in church. They don't be real about a lot of stuff.
You gotta be transparent.
You gotta be real. Like you ain't never thought of, even after you got saved, like you ain't never thought laying hold upon something. Like I'm about to lay hold upon him.
Like, give him the like straight up.
Like spare the rod.
Okay. Yeah, man. But you know, we just have to reassess ourselves. Like we said, get into that word, study it, memorize them verses. Like say it every day. Every day you wake up, be in a thankful mood. You know, I think a lot of times we focus on, you know, what's going wrong in our lives, that we don't see what's going right. Like, you don't see that you woke up. You don't see that you have, you know, people in your life that care about you. You don't see, you know, that God's giving you another day to make it right. You know, so like take every opportunity that God gives you to live your life, man. Like it's key. It's important that you continue to strive to be better. I don't care what area you need help in, strive to grow. If you need help in your finances, seek that help. Whether it's through prayer, through financial counseling, through getting another job, whatever. The resources are out there. Like, you can grow. You don't have to stay in the same position. You don't have to, you know, accept what's happening to you. Like, it's time for us to really get up. And I know the country is in like a crazy state right now, but we still have to stay encouraged, still have to live a life that's pleasing to God. We can't be out here wilding like everybody else, man, because you're going to diminish our walk. We're going to diminish who God is, because when they see us, they see God. So you have to be that example. And, you know, if you out here looking busted and disgusted, like, man, I don't want to serve that God.
The saying is true. For some, you may be the only Bible those people pick up or read.
Yeah.
Your life, your character, how you carry yourself, you will be the gateway to somebody actually picking up a real Bible.
Yeah, man. Shoot, I've seen it time and time again. I think even sometimes I wanted to be in a relationship with someone, but God put them in my life because they needed me to, you know, help them out and introduce them to Christ. Sometimes you can't even fool with your exes because, like, you know, you you've changed, and like I know we did a lot of stuff when we weren't saved, and even when we were saved.
Yeah, even when, yeah.
That, you know, sometimes even your exes only remember that aspect of you.
Yeah.
So you trying to introduce, you know, this new you, this person who's invested in Christ.
I ain't trying to hear that
at all. Like, all they can attain with you is what you did with them. You know, what you, like, all the things you done. Like, that's why you have to even be careful who you allow to enter your life. Like, you have to guard your heart in all things. But at the same time, you have to pray. You have to pray. You have to listen to God. You have to focus on what He wants you to do in this time. Like, right now, man, it's like, I feel like God's going to do a mighty work, man. And like, we really have to be in position to receive what He wants for us. You know, we can see a lot of chaos in what's going on, but if you really look at it, some of it is a blessing, man. Like, just think about it. Some of us have never even spent time with our families, but now we locked in the house with them, and you ain't got no choice. So you gotta look at, you know, the good things that's happening today. But, you know, just gotta stop being crazy.
Yeah. And well, I'll say one more thing. You know, praying, relationship with God, with Christ, everything, all that. There's also a physical aspect of it as well. You know, take care of yourself.
Yep, definitely.
Like, in that time of healing, you should be taking care of yourself.
Yeah, our bodies are a temple.
Sculpting a better version of yourself. Spiritually, let God do that.
Yeah.
Like, physically, that's your domain.
And you know what? When you feel better, you'll do better.
Yeah. You think better. Like, when you work out, everything be so clear.
Yeah, bruh. Like,
that is until somebody come and say something crazy, then you be like, I was feeling good this morning.
Yeah.
But but for real though, like, when you take care of yourself, you know, you think clear.
Yeah, eating the right things.
You eating the right things, you know, working out on a consistent basis. Yeah. All of that is part of healing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be at home, what's it, cliche, eating ice cream, watching sad movies, and
man, no, you gotta get out of that.
Love songs and all this other stuff.
Yeah. Because that's not healing, that's coping. And you don't need to cope. You need to heal, be delivered, be set free from the whole nine. And really, you gotta leave the foolishness alone.
Definitely leave the foolishness alone.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, y'all know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
It is Miss Me with the Foolishness. All right, so I found the article, and you know, this is this is that foolishness we be talking about. I think this is over there somewhere in the UK that this happened. That so this lady catches an Amazon driver in mid squat.
She ain't exercising,
pooping in her garden,
doing number 2. Like,
so the lady said she was cooking. And she was cooking when a van pulled up outside her home, and she sees this guy running in her yard. You know, she followed him because she thought he was trying to steal wood or something.
Man.
And so when she goes out there to see what he got going on, she catches him pooping, and he's like, "What's your problem?" Like he ain't out here taking a dump in somebody's yard.
Okay.
He talking about he didn't know it was her yard. I'm like, but I don't.
And he messed with the wrong woman, bruh. Cause she said she's a blue belt in Taekwondo.
Which, I mean, in most iterations of Taekwondo, that's not really that high. But
she was ready to give these hands though.
But yeah, really, that's what she was telling them. She's like you can catch one of these feet to the face. But what messed me up is, like, so he goes on to deliver the package he was going to deliver with, in the article says, with potential traces of excrement to her neighbor.
You You putting
So basically,
on
yeah,
the
I mean, because
package?
he didn't wash his hands.
The Joker said, "What can Brown do for you?" Like, come on now. Like, this about as worse as the first Miss with the foolishness we did, where the movie theater person, the manager came and found pee in the movies, and had the hazard.
Oh,
That was our very first one, bro.
Yeah, because they shipped that hazard package.
Yeah, to the
and it was some
movies.
urine.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I'm like, you gon' like, bruh, you ain't wash your hands.
Yeah, and he opened it, didn't he? Yeah, well, one of them opened it. Yeah, it's crazy.
And this is Rona we talking about. And
this is Rona, and he's out here taking craps, taking fresh Rona craps out here.
I'm sorry. I used to be like that as a kid, you know, when you be locked out of the house and you got to use the bathroom.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't never did that.
I did it once.
Nah,
but I never did it again because I was locked outside and I ain't have nowhere to go, so I had to go.
So you just squatted out there?
I squatted out there behind the house.
You should have planted something.
Man. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I dig a hole to, cover it up. But, like, bro, you can't be doing that on your job. Like, you could stop somewhere. Go to a gas station or some type of store. Like, bruh, man, don't let this be an Amazon driver or FedEx. Cause they be dropping your stuff and running to the car before you can even get to the door. I'm like, man, shoot. Like, what if that package was something important? Said, man, my grandma photos came in and you open it up and you got doo-doo all on it. Like, you ain't wash your hands. Say, what is that smell?
Yeah, like, bro, like,
that's just ridiculous, man.
Like, you talking about I wasn't feeling good. My stomach was hurt. He might have it Rona though.
Okay,
because it hits people in the stomach.
Dang.
Yeah, like it hits in the gastro area, like it'll hit their stomach and have them pooping all over the place.
God dog it, man.
So he might have pooped fresh Rona.
But man, be careful out here in these Rona streets. People are doing more and more crazy stuff.
I was thinking earlier. I was telling my brother about this. I was in this gas station, the Wawa, and like. It was like a whole bunch of people coming in there not wearing a mask. And so I got to thinking, I was like, if somebody doesn't want to wear a mask, that's their prerogative. They grown, know. But here's my thing. If you cough and you ain't got on no mask, I feel like we reserve the right to lay hands on you. And so did this. When I was waiting on my sandwich, these three people looked like they was about ready to go stick needles in themselves later.
Oh heck,
looked like they was on that stuff,
man.
Like neither one of them had a mask on, and they standing there waiting on their food or whatever. And one of them coughed. And he didn't even he ain't dab or nothing. This dude he kind of halfway pulled his shirt up. Like he called himself like pulling his shirt up, the cough in his shirt. And I did this move. I'm looking at the corner of my eye like, fam.
All right now.
You already ain't got on no mask. You must be trying to get beat.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just like thinking out loud. I'm like, if you don't want to wear a mask, that's all good. But if you gonna be out here coughing, and you ain't got no mask on, you ain't did this. I feel like I reserve the right to punch you in your throat.
Say what the?
Like for the one time. Now, mind you, anybody who lay hands on somebody, you just better be ready to fight. I mean, because you might get whooped. Okay. But at the same time, you made a conscious decision to come out in public. Every grocery store just about has a delivery option. They got doing the shopping for you, bring your groceries to your car option. Like you ain't got to leave the house.
Pretty much.
So for all those people who don't want to wear a mask, like you got all these other options. Right? But you want to come in there and not wear a mask. All right, fine. Man. But if you cough, I feel like you should get beat.
That's like people who got AIDS and don't tell nobody, be trying to spread it.
Yeah, like I'm like I'm like, bro.
Come on now.
I mean, you know, I think people actually has gotten charged for that too.
Oh
like,
yeah, people who been arrested talking about I got corona, you better not touch me, I'm gonna cough for you.
Bro,
like
I was referring to the AIDS thing. Like I've actually
yeah.
seen cases where cause like there was this guy that was out here and there's also been women that've done it too. But this particular case, there was this guy and he spread it to some people. Man, they had to track him down.
Dang.
Cause he was like knowingly spreading it, giving people AIDS.
God dog, man, like it's crazy out here, man. Like we gotta do better, cause it's too much going on. So stay home, wear your mask, be safe whenever you do go out, cause we know school's about to be back in, and really I don't think any of the schools really have a set plan for what they want to do or what they gonna do. Like they just playing it by ear, and I'm like, man, I really personally don't think the world's ready to open back up, but it already has happened. And numbers are higher than it's ever been.
Yeah. I feel like as far as schools go, colleges are probably going to have the worst numbers.
Yep.
Because, I mean, they already out here burning.
Mm-hmm. Now
they going to be burning and coughing.
Yep. Especially, man, you got all these freshmen coming in, too, that, you know, they fresh out of freedom, so they want to do what they want to do. Shoot, man, and you know I work at the college, so so that's gonna be.
You know I live right here, so I see all the partying, all the shenanigans.
Yeah,
you think the people gonna be out there partying and carrying on with masks on? No. Man, it's gonna be stupid out there, man. But hey, you know. No, you know, more power to them. They young.
That's why, you know, you can't live in fear, but at the same time, you gotta be
smart,
wise,
man. You gotta be wise, man.
Be smart and safe.
I mean, but shoot, HIV and the clap wasn't stopping them, so I don't think the corona gonna stop them either.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
they still out here wilding.
Yeah, but you know, that's all. That's pretty much what we wanted to talk to y'all about, man. Y'all Y'all, if y'all have anything, y'all drop the comments. You know, hit us up, parkinglotparables@gmail. If you haven't already, tag some friends. And you know, follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Subscribe to the YouTube page, Parking Lot Parables.
Yeah.
You know, we on Apple and Spotify. You know, if you just want to listen to it in the background.
Oh yeah. Now I'm making an announcement now.
Okay.
Beginning of September, we're going to do our first giveaway.
Okay.
Beginning of September.
All right. So y'all put that down in your calendar.
So pretty much.
So that first episode in September?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I think we may go live with it.
Okay.
So we're going to put out more information about when and where to do it. But we're pretty much going to have you tag 3 people, share one of our posts, and then follow all of our social media. And then we'll probably give you a gift card or something.
Yeah.
May hit your Cash App up.
Yeah. I think Cash App would be the easier route.
Yeah.
So don't do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be counted, don't do it yet.
But you can go ahead and follow us, and we'll still count it.
Oh, well. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Go
but,
ahead.
you know, just watch out. Because, you know, we finna do some major giveaways.
Yeah, dude. Be on the lookout. Yep. I think bro's working on a skit.
Yeah.
I'm working on one.
Yeah.
And, all right. Let's make it real.
We're doing it.
Beginning of September, we're going to have a skit out.
Yep. We're going to do it.
Like,
it's gonna be done.
Have a skit out. It's gonna be done. All right. So we done made it real. We done said it now.
Yeah.
So now there ain't no more playing out here. Ain't no more playing.
Yep.
But you know, y'all hit us up. You know, we hope we've able to just like possibly, you know, clear some things up for you. You know, if you've been hurt before.
Yeah.
You know, I hope you heard something we said may have registered with you, you know, and you know if y'all want to talk, you know, hit us up.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we out here.
If we can't help you, we'll direct you to the right source.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what it is. I am Matt P.
And I'm Jeremy Chase.
One time.
Yes, sir.